This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, it is time to dive into Stanley Parable 2. We've already got the happy birthday step-niece balloons, the party balloons, which is good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now I know we can try going out this window here. I'm gonna try to avoid that because we want to see some of the new content. Ooh. Figurine Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room. Oh, the reassurance bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I have the bucket! Oh. So, this has... What's in here? It's got the velveteen rope. It's like members only. Am I a member? Am I a VIP? I have the bucket. This is very Portal-esque, and I love it. Oh, sales this quarter going down, and this does not make sense. Huh. Oh, the two rooms!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Except he didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
The bucket knows all.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Definitely.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Except I didn't, because the bucket says I must keep going.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Alright, so now I did kind of accidentally do a playthrough, and there was a figurine over there. And I kind of got it already. But there's a vent down here. And I would like the vent. Must vent my troubles. Oh. Okay, well, I guess when presented with only one direction, that is the direction one must go. A lot of audio cassettes. Uh-oh.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know.
252, it's
I've
right
lost
there.
track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
So he had the bucket.
Sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
I do feel good.
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Yeah.
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
I must wear the bucket.
It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
This is the power of the bucket.
Why everything feels so...
Buckety.
What do I do with this treasure?
It feels buckety.
I can monetize it.
Yes. Yes. Bucket pays
It's
bills.
unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
Yes.
This is my golden ticket.
Oh, I've got a
But I have to
golden
be
ticket.
careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back.
Yes.
Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me.
Who's that?
What's that? Who's there?
Save me, bucket! So the bucket is only large enough to wear as a helmet and not as a cuirass. So, yeah, I'm guessing the bucket did not protect him. But that's where he stumbled, and I will succeed.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed the door. Bucket. I need the bucket.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
It is my bucket. I turn off the computer. All the computers. Ooh. Input. Yes. Oh, come on now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, so now I kind of want to check the cargo lift.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Yeah, I know.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
It is calling to
telling
me
him
as-
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
So now that's the thing. The bucket did say get on the cargo lift.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Media room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
So now here's the question. Here's the boggle as it is presented. Do I go to the cargo lift and go up to where the telephone was and, her, or do I hit the catwalk? Let's do the cargo lift and to the telephone.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Says the
He was
disembodied
firmly
voice in my
convinced that the
head.
bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
It occurs to me that I'm listening more to this bucket than I am to the narrator who's been present since the beginning.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay. Epilogue. Oh,
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
so I did the first time
Were you
around.
trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets
Fine, I'll
can't
put-
talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the
the
joke? It's
thing
funny,
back in.
Stanley.
All right,
a talking bucket.
It is funny.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker?
No, I think the delivery
Timing
was
is so
great.
difficult.
mean,
I wish
it
I were
is.
better at it. But there isn't
You're fine.
exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Oh.
It's sitting right here.
Okay,
Let's
here we
take
go.
a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Ooh.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to
yes.
all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a
Okay,
room
yes.
of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit,
Very
with
likely.
one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from
Ooh,
your
that's
body.
getting kind of spicy.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak
Okay.
the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the
Okay.
joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible
That's
voice,
the joke.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Let's practice screaming, I'm Dunny with the funny now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm Dunny with
Good.
the funny.
This saying is a perfect
Yes.
example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys.
Should I
Collecting
fix
hard
survey?
data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Did he say
An
data?
effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply
Yes.
filling in answers at random. And that's
call.
all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just
Fabulous.
remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After
that's
all,
me.
we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this
Yes.
noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their
Yes.
children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only the
Hey,
funny.
goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well,
Wait,
no
that was in the
matter.
past?
I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So
Definitely.
with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along,
Yes.
let's head back.
Absolute. Okay. Well, dang, you don't have to slam it. Okay, put the safety fences back up.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in
Yes.
stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
Oh, it's
The
gonna be
king
great.
of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now.
Oh, definitely,
But I
yeah.
wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke.
The
Oh, I'll
buckets.
figure it out on the fly. No need to
There you go.
overthink things.
Yeah, I believe in you. Just make sure you let me know when you're done with the funny. All right, this is for the YouTubes. And I thought I heard someone screaming, but I can't tell if it's somebody outside of my apartment or somebody in the game. The game is that weird, and so is my apartment.
Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
No. Oh. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that's a little terrifying.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was
I am
supposed to be
expedient.
several rooms leading up to this.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A
Wait,
dramatic
it's-
display of remarkable comedic wit, which culminates in this scene with the phone.
It's still
But now the
unplugged.
timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to.
Well, hit me anyway.
And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What
But it
an
doesn't.
egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp.
No,
I
yes
think-
you are. No, you're not,
I think
but
I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
yes. Yes.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Here we go. Okay, now I can see the telephone.
What? We're back at the phone already?
Oh, it's gonna
No,
keep
no.
doing this, huh?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
All right, door on the left.
No. You
Wait,
were
what?
supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke
Okay,
is
I'm sorry, let
completely
me-
done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
Sully!
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on.
I
all
doubt it.
because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh,
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
oh.
Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
No, it was good. That
I
was good.
heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not?
I like
is it
the other one better.
delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting
That's
away
metal.
from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this.
That's true.
I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's
believe in
what
you.
will make me the king of comedy again.
Yes.
More instructional videos. Let's see.
Try stealing some jokes. That works for some people. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for this round of Stanley Parable 2, Revenge of the Bucket. If you like what you saw here, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell to let you know every time I upload a new video, click the like button, and leave a comment down below, and that lets me know that this is the kind of content that you enjoy. So until next time, make sure you check in on your friends and family, take care of yourself, stay hot, stay cool, stay hydrated, and above all, stay dapper. And we'll see you next time.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well-dressed.